The Screaming Skulls of Dorset, Ancient Britain. Candle, a dark legend of ancient heads that never stopped screaming. In the quiet hills of Dorset, England, there are skulls that scream when moved. Not legends, not myths, real relics, locked away in old country manors and stone chapels, drenched in curses no priest has dared break. These are the Screaming Skulls of Dorset, and their stories are more terrifying than you've been told. Asterisk. The uneasy history. Dorset's countryside is peaceful. Rolling hills, ancient homes, and grazing sheep. But deep in its soil lies a secret. For centuries, skulls have been discovered beneath floorboards, sealed into walls, or displayed in manor homes. But when disturbed, they scream, loud, agonizing, echoing through walls and dreams alike. Historians have tried to brush them off as old wives' tales. But those who dare test the legends never forget the sound. Bedescombe Manor, the skull that cries. One of the most infamous skulls resides at Bedescombe Manor, home of a cursed artifact with dark origin. According to legend, a Jamaican servant was brought to Dorset in the 1700s on his deathbed. He begged to be buried in his homeland. His master refused. He was buried in local soil, and that night, the screaming began. Shrieking from the grave, shattered windows, animals howling. His body was exhumed and his skull placed in the attic. The scream stopped. To this day, no one dares remove it. The Curse of the Mute Skull. Another chilling case emerged in a small chapel. A monk discovered a human skull beneath the altar during renovations. When he attempted to move it to the graveyard, the church filled with a deafening shriek. He dropped the skull, cracked it slightly. For weeks after, he heard a voice muttering in Latin in his dreams, "Return me to the house of God." The skull was placed back, and the voices stopped. Local folklore speaks of ancient druidic rituals, where enemy skulls were kept in homes to trap their spirits forever. Screaming skulls, it is believed, are those of the tormented dead, denied proper burial rites. In some villages, skulls were kept above doorways to ward off evil, but the cost was terrible. Restless nights, bleeding ears, visions of fire. One family reportedly smashed a skull during renovations. The next night, their entire roof collapsed. No storm, no wind. Paranormal investigations and modern encounters. Paranormal researchers have recorded sounds, low moans, sudden piercing screams when near these skulls. One investigator described an overwhelming feeling of being watched, followed by a burst of nausea and hallucinations. Another team's camera went static as soon as they approached the Bedescombe skull, and one skeptic is now in therapy, claiming he saw a burning man in his dreams for 30 nights straight. The science of the screams. Some scientists try to debunk the screaming skulls, blaming acoustics, house vibrations, or hallucinations. But nothing explains why the sounds always stop the moment the skulls are returned to their place, and why the screams come even when the skulls are sealed in glass. Final warning. So, if you ever visit a quiet English cottage in the hills of Dorset, look closely. That skull on the shelf, it might be watching you. And whatever you do not move it, because some souls were never meant to rest, and some heads will never stop screaming.